Hey, Professor Weaver. My name's Nick DeLuca. I'm giving a speech about my dogs, multiples. Here's my audience. This is Marissa, Carrie, Janie, Zach, Evan Bello from afar. There he is if you can see him. And then Chris. And then there's me. So my visual aid for this speech is a dog tag from a dog. You can see it says Pollock. That's my phone number on there. Don't use it. So here's my speech. To my dog. Out of 525 million dogs on the planet, I was lucky enough to find my dogs, Lucy, Pollock, and Olivia. I've always had dogs in my life. These three are my current herdlet and range in age from about 12 to just over a year. Having a pet, whatever the animal is, leads to a better life. Thus, I am choosing to honor my dogs. I choose to honor my dogs because they're an integral part of my success, my happiness, and my well-being. Pet ownership provides many important things in life: happiness, motivation, and well-being. My dog's place in life is essential to these building blocks. So let's start with happiness. Happiness, as told by Merriam-Webster, is, quote, a state of well-being and contentment, or a pleasurable experience, end quote. Being happy is something everyone strives for. Happier people are generally nicer to be around. It tends to be almost contagious. People who have pets are happier, says McConnell in 2013. Pets help provide people with purpose. They help those who may be socially awkward socialize easier. Pets can also help people cope with emotional turmoil. In personal communication with a close friend, my friend stated, quote, when my father passed away, I wouldn't have known what to do without my dog, end quote. Being happy means less to worry about and a clearer focus on moving towards goals in all senses of the word. Using a pet as a means of a source to draw from brings us to motivation. Merriam-Webster defines motivation as, quote, the act of process of motivating, the condition of being motivated, a motivating force, stimulus, or influence, end quote. In addition to a source of happiness, I often use my pets as motivation. When I feel stumped or like I cannot continue, I often think back to my pups. Getting through whatever it is I'm doing means more often I get to spend more time with them. And more happiness and more motivation. This motivation can be used to overcome hurdles. Happy people show higher signs of motivation, say Diener, King, and Lumbermersky in 2005. The motivation leads to many things, like being more successful. Having sources of happiness and motivation are keys to success. With these two combined, happiness and motivation, it's easier to take the high road when difficult situations come around. This brings us to our last point of pet ownership, a sense of well-being. Well-being is defined as, quote, a state of being happy, healthy, and prosperous, end quote, according to Merriam-Webster. As you can see from the previous examples, statistics and quotations, pet owners lead a greater sense of happiness and motivation, says McConnell 2005. Because I am happy, I am motivated, which contributes to my well-being. Owning a pet leads to a greater sense of well-being. This can lead to more physical fitness, which, according to Dr. McConnell, can lead to greater mental health. As you can see, having pets provide a sense of happiness, a source of motivation, and promote general well-being. When you combine all of these, you have the fundamentals to be successful. While there are other ways to be successful outside of pet ownership, having pets works great for me. I'll leave you with a quote from Dr. McConnell, PhD, a forerunner in the world of pet and human health and relationships. Dr. McConnell says, healthy individuals emphasize close with others in their lives, adopting their perspective and sharing their feelings instinctively. Our work demonstrated that pets can function similarly. They become as much a part of the self as many family members, which undoubtedly contributes to their power in promoting our health and happiness. So that's my speech on my dogs. Here's my audience again. I hope you feel motivated to get a dog if you don't already have one, or 3, or 4 or 5, or a cat. Chris wants to get a cat. I did my job.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.